Alright guys, name is Tyler aka Nanogenix, and today guys, we are getting to do the SA1 to SA10 test on what is being proclaimed as the hardest hitting TUR unit in the game as of right now, as of his release, which we'll talk about later in this video. Huge shout out to the Dokkan subreddit for whenever that part comes. But today what we're going to do is we're going to test this guy out on his own team with his passive completely maxed out at 100%, and then with his passive not maxed out at 100%. So that's how we're going to do it today instead of the normal where we change different teams. The actual attack boost is only 10% difference. So how we're going to do it today is I'm going to get loaded up. I'm going to get to where we don't have his passive ready to go and get that going. And then I'm going to get loaded back up where we have his passive completely maxed out. We have tanked 10 attacks and have his passive sitting at plus 100%, which is going to make a huge difference in the amount of damage that we see. And I feel like that's going to be a thing people are probably wanting to see more than anything else. So the way this guy works is he's the Majin Buu Saga leader, key plus 3, HP and defense plus 107%. Attack plus 130%. Then with his passive, damage received for normal attacks reduced by 50%, and he counters with tremendous power, which we're going to not count that part because that part is so situational. But attack plus 10% with each attack received up to 100%. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready to go. But if you're new here, consider going down there right now, hitting that red subscribe button, as well as for some SA1 to SA10 test hype, because I love doing these and you guys seem to like them as well. Consider hitting that like button. Let me get everything loaded up and let's do the thing. One thing that I did forget to note is that he is completely flat. He is completely flatlined. He has no orbs into him. SA1, of course, right now, no orbs, because I want to get I don't want additionals going off. I don't want criticals. I want to see his flat amount of super attack at SA1 with his passive completely inactive and his passive completely maxed out at 100%. So we're going in on the Super Vegito event. Obviously, an incredible amount of defense, but as long as the Fierce Battle link is active, we'll still get a good representation of like what all he can kind of do. And then I think at the very end, just to kind of see some craziness, I'll at SA10 just take him into a different event and just let him have at it. But for this actual test and the numbers we're going to gather, completely flat, completely SA1, let's hop in, let's do the thing. Actually, the team is really wonky too, by the way. Decided to get rid of support units, decided to get rid of anything that's going to like obscure the numbers. We're just going to go in, I'm going to try and get flat values, and we're going to see what this guy does from SA1 to SA10. Let's go. Here we go. First SA1 test. We've not blocked any attack. Now is the time where we're going to have to block an attack, which works out great. So we will be doing the test on the AGL stage, which is fine. We actually have his Infighter and his Super Saiyan Link, which is going to be an interesting one, but should be an easy one to link up from here on out because pretty much everyone but the Ultimate Gohan has the Super Saiyan Link active. And of course, he has Fierce Battle. So let's see what we get off here today with. And also too, the Gohan, the only thing his passive does is give a defense boost, doesn't give an attack boost, which is the important part here. This is the only thing I care about. I didn't want to bring support units because it becomes so difficult to get the exact thing back again, especially when now we're going to try and get him up to his full potential. So right here, we're going to take on 2 attacks, 3 attacks? Looks like, was that 2? No, it's just 2. Okay. Sweet. All right, so now we've already done the 2. Now we need to do 8 more, so we'll probably have to wait till we get to the final stage, and then we will test him out again with his passive completely maxed out. Passive has been maxed. We've got him linked up with someone with Super Saiyan, someone with obviously Infighter, same links as we had before. So let's do the thing. Let's see what he does here. You can already tell a pretty big difference in his actual starting damage amount. Already, like before, I want to say it was like what, like 50, 60,000, and right there he was already starting out at like 104, give or take. So we can already tell that there is a pretty decent sized difference in the damage between having not blocked any attacks to now having blocked 10. And yeah, so here we go. Let's see what he does now. There will still be, oh yeah, look at that, now the damage he actually does here to him will be probably not as strong even as before, but the thing about it is we're still going to see the same difference once we get him to SA10. So let me go ahead, let me get him now to SA10. We'll test him out and we'll see what he can do. We have Super Vegito at SA10, still no orbs into this character, and on top of all of that, totally a scrub and totally just realized we can use the base attack amounts that we see that on the screen, not the ones that are actually inflicted to Super Vegito, to the actual boss fight, but the actual numbers that we see that are what we should probably be using for the actual attack increase anyway. So we're going to use those instead, so everything still stays pretty much flatline. We still get to use the correct numbers. So here we go. I'm going to get everything loaded up, and we're going to test them out at SA10. We've got everything ready to go for our first SA10 test, with no passive being built up or anything like that. Here we go. Same exact links as when he was at SA1. Let's see how much damage this Super Vegito does. All right. 413,877. That's the number we are actually going to look at today. Again, things when we get to the point where we are adding orbs, stuff like that, since that is effectively a part of the game now, it'll change a lot. But I like doing it as a base value thing. There's less variables. So okay, let me now get his passive ready to go at a full 100%, and then we will test him out. Passive is now completely built up. We are ready to see what the Super Vegito at a plus 100% passive can do at Super Attack 10. So Super Attack 1, he was doing like what, like 480,000. Let's see what he does now. Okay, yep. Same exact link, Super Saiyan, Infighter, Fierce Battle, all that fun stuff. Let's see what this man can do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about right now. Yes, that is such a huge increase. Granted, we're probably not gonna see it done to Super Vegito here just because it's Super Vegito, but 820,000 is what that was looking like. So, all right, guys, let me crunch some numbers. Let's get everything together, nice and ready and neat to go, and then we will talk Super Vegito, Super Attack 1, Super Attack 10. Let's do it. Numbers have been crunched. We're now ready to discuss the physical Super Vegito from SA1 to SA10. Here we go. So at SA1 with no passive at all, and again, I'm using the number that we could see effectively from his actual character icon and not what he actually dealt out to Vegito, because this gives us a better representation of what exactly happened with the passive being active and what exactly happened with increasing him from SA1 to SA10. But at SA1, no passive, 229,476 damage. Then, once his passive was completely maxed out, which is probably not going to happen a lot of the time, you're probably not going to block 10 full attacks before you finish an event off. The reason why I did the Super Vegito event was 100% because he has a ton of health, he attacks a ton, and it was just going to be the easiest way for me to get his passive completely maxed out before obviously finishing off an event or dying in the process. So, Super Attack 1 with his passive at 100%, he did 458,953 damage, almost a complete double in attack output, which does kind of make sense. Then at SA10, now it is worth noting that this unit at Super Attack 10 only gets a 475% increase versus something like SSJ4 Goku, SSJ3 Goku at SA10 gets a 505% increase. And you guys can see stats like that over on the DBZ.space. I'm about to say Dokkan server. You can probably find that over there too, but DBZ.space is a good resource for that as well. So Super Attack 10 with no passive, he did 413,877 damage, which is almost a full double output, which is about what you would expect from his SA1 with no passive. And then the beauty of the SA10 with his passive completely activated, fully at 100%. He did 827,755 damage, spot on at like double the damage with having his passive completely maxed out. Now, that's awesome. But I did say, I think I noted this at the beginning, but if I didn't, I did want to note this. A shout out to MobileMan over on the Dokkan server. He did a full-on calculation using the fact that he does boost attack, which is part of his kit. He boosts attack by 30% to all allies for 1 turn after he does super attack. So that's in there. He averaged out his multiplier to being at 50%, which made about a sense. I'll put a link to this, by the way, in the description, guys. I'm going to check this out for yourselves. But ultimately, after MobileMan's basically crunching numbers himself, he came to the conclusion that Super Vegito is the hardest hitting TUR in the game currently at an average attack of 1,931,294 damage. And that includes counters, that includes additional attack, and that includes super attack buff to allies, which again totally makes sense. And I'm sure he did a lot of work on this, guys. He did an absolute ton of work. Again, another thing too to note before I hop over to just having fun with Super Vegito to finish this video up. These are completely base numbers. A lot of things we see these days where people are getting millions and everything like that, that's after a lot of orbs have been put into the dupe system, to the attribute system. So once my Super Vegito is actually somewhere even 25-30% in the attribute system, he'll have stats boosted by 1,000, 2,000, and that doesn't seem like a lot until you're multiplying that by 130% here, 130% here, a bonus 100% here, and you'll start seeing a huge increase in attack. So don't ever forget that that is a big aspect of this game now, and we did this completely flat. So completely flat at SA10 with this passive max doing 827,000 damage. That's a lot of damage. All right, let's check this guy out, just having fun with him and not taking on some ridiculous Super Vegito event with a ton of defense. Or not, but I think you guys can kind of get the picture. This guy's ridiculous. I think there's really nothing else to say about him other than he is an awesome lead, an awesome unit to run on a physical team or anything like that. So anyways, there you go, guys. That has been today's video. Super Attack 1, Super Attack 10 damage comparison for the brand new physical Super Vegito. If you guys enjoyed today's video, consider that like button. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing down below. Otherwise, guys, have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Nanogenix here signing off. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.